Okay, people, it's been a while since a couple weeks since I put a video on. We just got 2 new of these lifts. See, I covered the name of them, so you can't tell who made this lift. I got 2 of them. There's another one just like it over there. These things are great, especially if you're doing body work, because they slide underneath the car, or you drive the car on top of them, and they're not in the way. Like the regular 4-post lift or even a 2-post lift, the lift arms are in the way. So these are great. But there's a problem with this one. And what is the problem with this one, you say, Mr. Jones? Well, we have one of these made by another manufacturer that's over there, and it's great, and I've had these in the past. They're portable, sort of. I mean, you can move this around. This is kind of like the dolly and the power unit in the dolly. You can pick this up, and there's wheels, and you can roll this, you know, around the shop. I mean, obviously, it's not easy, but it's not meant to be. Well, here's the problem with this design. These are brand new. We just put them together. And this thing's supposed to, you're supposed to pull this out of the way. But when you stand this up, and you're going to tell as soon as I let go of it, it's going to fall over. And this thing's heavy. So, that's the problem. Well, I spent some time on the phone to the distributor of these things and talked to a very nice guy. And basically, he made some suggestions, not bad suggestions. My point was, this thing's brand new. And I don't want to go cutting and welding on something brand new, but apparently that's what we're going to have to do. So, I'm going to walk you through what we're going to do here, and we're going to have to do the same thing to one that's over there. All right. Now, just some basic figuring. I didn't get all fancy. If you can see what I've just colored this in with a marker. Be easier for you guys to see. I'm going to cut this out of here, this pie shape. I'm going to pie cut it, and then I'm going to stand it. Let me get my hand around here. Then I'm going to stand it up and weld it back together. I'll show you when I get done cutting it what I mean, and that's going to make this post. Let me back up here. See, I got it up against the wall now. That's going to make that post stand straight up, or close to it. So let me get to cutting. All right. Now we got that cut out. Now I got a, cut a pie wedge out of there. Now I'm gonna before I bend it over, I'm gonna take a little baby grinder and clean this paint off of here. So when I fold this thing ahead, I'll have 2 nice clean surfaces to weld to. Okay, with any luck, I'm going to be able to just pull this thing ahead and close that pie cut up. Let's see how this works. There it goes. That worked out pretty good. That should solve the problem. And you can see where I fold that ahead. Now I'm just gonna get the welder out and weld that up. Okay. This is the first time this welder's been used this year. I tried to use it just a second ago, and must have had a bunch of cobwebs. Wouldn't let the gas come out here. Got that squared away, and then my helmet wasn't acting right, so we'll get her. Well, I tell you, that isn't the steel that's made out of isn't the best quality. You heard it sputter, and that's not because the welder wasn't set up right. It was just kind of blowing through it. But we got her. I'm gonna wipe that soot off of it, and I'll show you what it looked like. Okay, it ain't the prettiest weld in the world, but the metal wasn't the cleanest or the best, but I guarantee you it's gonna hold. So now we're gonna set her down and see if all this worked. Okay, back down on the ground. Remember, it was falling backwards before. Stay up now. All right, now, this thing's supposed to go underneath it here. Pick that up. It all still works. Good to go, guys. Now, we're gonna do the same thing to the other one. We're gonna do the same thing to this one. But this one's not together yet, so this is gonna be a whole lot easier. And the weld will look prettier and everything else, so we can just set it up on the bench and do a real nice job. Well, like I said, these lifts work nice. I don't know, somebody just messed up in the engineering department when they put it together, but it's all good now. Hope you learned something. Feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching.